Good evening, fellas. Another day, Mr.B, Knowledge Corner. I want to share a word of encouragement with you. You know, years ago, the great teacher was talking to his disciples. He said, there are going to be some things that's going to happen. In the beginning, you're not going to understand it, but within time, you will. This is a true story. Years ago, I had ran into some financial setbacks, and I had to make a decision. Either keep pushing forward by faith or go back to my old lifestyle. I tell people this all the time. When you have kids, it's not about you by yourself. Because every decision that you make, your kids are connected to those decisions. So when I had to make a decision, either keep pushing or go back to my old life, it was an easy decision. I have kids. I went down to the local grocery store. It's called Joe V. And I applied for this job as a night stalker. But the man wouldn't hire me. And I laughed when I thought about it later. One night this lady came to me and she said, I heard you was looking for a job. Have you considered working for the state? And I said, due to my background and me not having a formal education as in a college degree, I never considered it. She said, why don't you give it a shot? You never know. 9 years later, I'm still a counselor. And I'm willing to bet you, I have changed more lives as a counselor than I ever could have as a night stock at a grocery store. You never know the reason why God closes certain doors. Sometime maybe it's to keep you from aiming too low in life. I want to share this story. This is a true story as well. I heard about this story. This guy owned 200 small hotels, but he had a dream of owning this large mainstream hotel. And he heard there was one coming up for sale in New York. So he got his buddy to come in with him. And after 2 years of preparing to take over this hotel, his buddy pulled out. But this was his dream. He said, I'm going to keep pushing. I'm not going to let my buddy bagging out on me stop me from moving forward. So he put his house up and got a loan through the bank. And right when it was time to close on the deal, the bank pulled back and refused to give him the loan. The man was devastated. You know, 2 months later, after that happened, the Corona-19 pandemic hit. If that deal would have went through, they said this man would have lost everything he ever worked for. The moral of the story is this. A lot of times you hear people talking about being grateful for the doors that God opened, but you have to be just as grateful for the ones that he closed. Knowledge Corner.